You wanted to talk about this. This is pretty important.
Oh yeah, this is crazy. We talked about this before. Remember that iSoon thing? It was that basically hackers for hire thing that was happening in China. So basically, the government in China was hiring hackers through this company. It was making like $75 million or whatever. Like I can't remember a month or year or whatever, by hacking people abroad that they found to be enemies. Right. So there's actually a list of people that they went after. So this company, go ahead.
Yeah.
This company ended up being contracted by the government. So it says, so there's, by the way, there's a reward out right now.
Good.
The Justice Department, U.S. alleges that these individuals helped carry out a wide-reaching Chinese espionage campaign that targeted U.S. government agencies, state governments, news services, universities, defense contractors, law firms, and critical infrastructure. So this is the hackers for hire thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
The Chinese embassy didn't respond to this, by the way. But I wanted to show some of this. This is interesting. iSoon is believed to have worked with at least 43 different bureaus of China's Ministry of State Security and Ministry of Public Security across 31 provinces and municipalities, according to the FBI. The company also charged the agencies between $10,000 and $75,000 for each email inbox if successfully hacked. So the government would be like, we need you to go find this guy in New York, right?
Yeah.
This American.
Sure.
Hack his email inbox, and we'll give you between $10,000 and $75,000, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the iSoon worked at the direction of agencies, and other times it would conduct its own hacks and sell either the network access or data stolen from those targets to the Chinese government. iSoon would train Chinese government employees to hack on their own, and it sold various tools to help them carry out their attacks. One of these products gave customers the ability to write phishing emails, create malware-laced files, and clone websites. Reality, but we don't need the reality check. We live in reality, don't worry.
Sure.
Thanks, Axios. I want to go through and show a couple of these things. Go ahead. I want to show a couple of these screenshots. This is what's creepy to me. So this is right here. This is from the FBI indictment. As one of iSoon's products was a software called the Automated Penetration Testing Platform. iSoon advertised the platform's ability to send email phishing attacks to create files with malware that could provide access to victims' computers if open and clone websites of victims in order to induce them to submit personal information. An image of the interface is below. So it's like a wizard.
Yeah, I mean, they made these tools to sell to the government.
Yes. So the Chinese government goes and contacts this company. It's like, hey, we need to go hack this guy's computer. And they're like, cool, let me open up my little program on my desktop.
Yeah, exactly.
You think it's going to be some like ones and zero like matrix code?
Yeah.
No, it's this.
Well, in case you guys are wondering, how they would do this is they would send an email to you with like a bogus PDF file.
That's in there, yeah.
Yeah, or some sort of thing like that. It's in there? Okay.
It at least alludes to it. So the one way they accomplished this was through spear phishing emails. In a typical iSoon spear phishing campaign, the malicious actor sends an email or other online message to the victim, which message attempts to trick the victim into clicking a link and will download malicious software. I like these rules. iSoon developed a list of rules for its employees to keep in mind when spear phishing. The rules were designed to keep iSoon's employees to help trick the victims into providing access to computer systems. For example, the first rule stated, no batch sending, no batch sending, no batch sending. Spear phishing emails are easier to detect as malicious if they are sent repeatedly. The second rule emphasized social engineering. Don't send an interface link in the first email. Send an interface link after email chats. Please refer to the provided successful cases. Similarly, the seventh rule stated, strategy is very important. The purpose should not be so obvious. Must chat with the target first before giving the link. So they had all these rules.
So you have to get a reply. So you'll send it out and say like, and we've received lots of emails like this, a lot, because they target us specifically.
For sure.
And we'll get something that looks like it comes from YouTube or something.
Right.
It's like, hey, there's been a copyright claim on one of your videos, and they spoof the address and everything, and we're like,
And they want you to engage
sus.
too.
And then they're like, click here to find out more type thing. And you can tell it's rubbish because, we get official ones from YouTube, so you can see it's a little different. But they're very good at cloning it. It looks almost real. So they do tailor-make it for their specific target. And they'll be like, hey, look, there's a meeting coming up. Click please check it out. Can you sign in here or something?
They were doing this on a mass scale with this company, though, this iSoon company. By the way, this was found out because somebody leaked all their internal stuff on GitHub. And then I guess the FBI and a bunch of people like put it together like sleuths and figured out what was going on. This is crazy. Like there needs to be retaliation from the U.S. government for
why?
this.
Yes. Again, why?
They targeted infrastructure, government officials, human rights people, everything.
Yeah.
Right? Look at this. This is another screenshot of one of the products. Yeah. This is software specifically designed to target victims' accounts on a variety of computer systems and applications, including Outlook, Gmail, X, and the cell phone operating systems, Android computer operating systems like Windows, Macintosh, and Linux.
Yep.
That's how they advertise it. For example, on Outlook, iSoon sold software the ability to generate a spear phishing link and get them to download the content of the victim's Outlook mailbox if the victim clicked the link. It was further able to bypass multi-factor authentication in some cases and could manage access to multiple victims' accounts at once. That's the interface there. So it wasn't just Outlook, it was on Gmail. They found ways to get past authentication on Gmail. So people are like, oh, I have it goes to my phone number that lets me, that's my authentication. It doesn't matter. This is so robust, it didn't even matter at that point.
Yeah, no, I know how they could do that, actually.
Oh, interesting. So here you can see this is like the list of the client email addresses that they've hacked, right? Just on their software.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, we all know China hacks all the time, and it really annoys me that there's never any real pushback. We've just found out that they recently hacked, Verizon, AT&T, all these big companies. Everybody's had their thing hacked by China, and yet there's no real outrage. Everyone's just like...
Well, that's why we're trying to get the message out.
Everyone's basically like, oh, they hacked my phone and everything. Don't ban TikTok.
Yeah. Like the response is crazy.
It's like, what?
Right?
What?
Look at this. Another example with respect to Gmail, which I think most of you guys have, right?
Yeah.
They sold the software the capability to send a victim a spear phishing link and then obtain access and control over the victim's Gmail account. The software had the capability to download the contents of a victim's Gmail account, including messages in the victim's inbox, messages previously sent by the victim, and draft emails in the victim's account. Once it gained access to a Gmail account, iSoon software was able to bypass multi-factor authentication defenses. So this was not only on Outlook, they could do that on Gmail as well. And this is their Gmail client.
Yep.
I guess there's like a multi-million-dollar reward to get these guys, but they found out who they are.
Yeah,
They're
they
all in
found out the guys,
Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Twitter was a massive problem. It looked like it was quite easy.
I don't see why they need to hack Twitter, because they can just use it anyway.
Well, they want access to people's DMs.
Yeah, true. Well, they could probably just ask their asset for that.
Stop.
I remember you.
90s or now?
Yes. Let's take a look. This one is
90.
Let's see. Yes.
This is now.
I'm gonna go 90s. Let's take a look.
And you're right.
This is probably going to be 90s. Yeah,
90s.
there we go. Here we got Shanghai in the 90s, and it's kind of interesting because
wild,
you're used
isn't
to
it?
seeing the Bund with all those skyscrapers. So this is 80s and 90s in Taiwan.
感冒咳嗽，请用急
So
诊。
Chinese
Cough
medicine,
medicine.
cough medicine.
I'm curious as to why somebody would make a knockoff of Mount Rushmore. Dude, that's so lame. What? You missed the spot. She's like, oh, I can breathe again.
You like watching 65-year-old women take off their pants?
Let me just go back into the recesses of my mind. And you're like, yes, perfect. Where are the tissues?
Oh, come on.